Hey, good morning to everybody. Praise be the Lord. Now and forever. And now we're going to start with this practice. We already started with this one. We're going to continue specifically with the exercise 2, which is related with that information. And it is in page 572, sorry, the exercise 36. So we're going to solve that one. Of course, we already solved the first one, last class. And we are going to concentrate, as always, and fit the information in the chat. Sorry, fit the information in the triangle, and then with that information, conclude the missing information we have. Oh, this is the I concluded other classmates, other of your classmates. I mean, there you go. So I have this information, which is give that information, as you can see, the exercise 36 of that page. Of course, we want to fit that information in this triangle. So participation, please. Participations. Which letter do you want to write here in this corner? Or in this vertex or vertex of the triangle?
B.
B, okay. That one?
C.
C, so that must be A. So with that, we conclude and we feed the information related with the angles. Of course, you can decide it. I did it with other of your classmates and they decide different. So they've got like some different answers, not at all. Not like too much different, but a little bit different. So here is each of the sides, side A, side B, side C. And now we're gonna concentrate in the sides. Sides cannot be named like however you want. Those vertices, you can name it like however you want, no problem. But now we're gonna concentrate in here. So what's the measurement, or what's the side that goes in here? A, B, or C? I'm talking about that side. A, B, or C?
A.
That's gonna be A, because it's the corresponding one of angle A. So what is this one?
B.
That's gonna be B. This is the corresponding one of B. And the last one, it's going to be C. So fitting the information we have in our exercise. We have that the measurement of A is 14 meters. What else? The measurement of angle C is 7 meters. The measurement of angle A will be 85 meters. Sorry, 85 degrees. So what case is that one? Side, 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 angle, angle, side. Which is that case? Can you tell me what case is this one?
Side, angle, side.
You said side, angle, side, but side, angle, side works with the angle between the two sides. As you can see, the angle is not between. Which one is?
I think that it's side angle.
Okay, it's called side angle. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna write it like that, not the other way, you know why. So that's what we were going to work. And knowing those sides and that angle, let's see what can we conclude. I think we can conclude just one thing here. But let's analyze and see what's the law that works better in here. The law of what?
Of sine.
For the law of sine. Excellent. It's a law of sine. Thank you. So I'm agree with this, and if you don't remember, the law of sine works like A over sine of A, just reviewing. B over sine of B. And then C over sine of C. This is what we have. So are missing two angles and is missing one side. What is the information we can get right now very quickly? I mean, or the only information we can get applying this law of sine. Because it's not possible to conclude one of the two angles that are missing because you just know one. That's possible when you know two angles, and it's too common in the case of law of sine that you work with two angles on one side. But that one is like the case out of the rule that will let us to work differently and conclude as well that measurement of one of those angles, applying that law. But specifically, what angle can we get right now with the law of sine? Angle what?
B.
Angle B. It's the only one. We can get angle B because if you see, we just have the corresponding side of B and the missing angle. We don't have that information. It's impossible to do that with C because we didn't have any information about C. Knowing the angle C or the side C, then the work is going to be done because you have to use that information that the problem gives you, in this case, the corresponding side and angle A, in order to find the missing information. So we're going to use this one, A over sine of A equals to B over sine of B. Of course, we have many information here. We have A, which is 14. Calculators in your hand, you're going to help me to do this calculus. Over sine of 85 equals to B. In this case, B is 7 over sine of the angle B. We don't know what's the angle B, and that's what we want. We're going to apply cross product property here in order to then leave B alone. Of course, we're working sine of B. Okay, we're working sine of B. That's going to be 14 times sine of B equals to 7 times sine of 85 degrees. So leaving B sine of B alone, that's what I'm saying. We're solving for sine of B. We have to pass the 14 to the other side. So sine of B is equal to 7 times sine of 85 over 14. We're going to solve that one very quickly. Of course, you need your calculators in your hand. Here you're going to have every time this expression will give you like 0 point something. I'm going to use my calculator, but I want that you tell me the answer. Okay.
0.49.
And many more decimals, right? Yes?
Yes.
It has many more decimals, and that's the trouble. We have to work with all those decimals. That's why we're going to apply the AND trick, if you remember. Do I remember it? Or you remember it? It's going to be useful. I mean, the trick of ANDs, of that expression. So that's why we want to concentrate on it. And let's do it. Here it is. So we have to get 7 times sine of 85. I'm totally agree with your answer. I'm not saying that's wrong. It's correct. 0.49 and many more decimals. So we're going to use the AND trick because we want to work as much exactly here that we can. And that's why we're going to leave this like answer. Like complete this one like answer. So sine of B, it's equal to that answer, which is 0.40, many more decimals, okay? So in order to leave B alone, you have to pass sine to the other side, but sine to the other side passes with the inverse function. So all you have to do is in your calculator is get the inverse function of that. So B is equal to inverse function of that value, sine inverse function like this of that answer, which is exactly 29.87. Best rounding, 29.87. Do you have it like that?
Yes.
Nice. And with that information, we conclude right now 29.87. We can conclude the other missing angle. Do you think that it's needed? Do we need that angle or we don't need it? I mean, it's missing the angle C, it's missing the side C. Do you think that we need that angle or not? And if you know yes or no, if you know the reason, explain it, please. Someone?
What is the question, mister?
Okay, my question is, are missing those information, the side and the angle? Do you think that, do we need that angle right now or is better to get the side first?
It's better to get the side because we can
Great.
get the angle just subtracting minus 180
Okay.
degrees.
I think you want to say that's better to get the angle first because you can get it just subtracting the 100.
That's eso es.
Okay, you're right. And if you think it is possible to get the side, it's impossible. You need a corresponding angle,
Oh,
and you don't
no,
know.
what I'm saying is better to sacar el ángulo restando los ángulos que tenemos por 180 y sacamos los degrees, eso.
Yeah, eso. Yeah, I'm agree with you. We can get that one, the measurement of the angle C, and I think it's the only thing we can get right now because on the side C will require that you get that angle first. So let's get angle C. I'm agree with you. Okay, nice participation, lady. Thank you. So we're gonna do it like she said, completing the 180 degrees, which means subtract the 180 degrees with the angle measurements we have. So 180 minus 85 minus 29.87, which gives you
65.13.
65.13 degrees. Of course, we want that we check it. We can do it in here. I trust a lot in that lady who talked. She has the right answer, I think. Minus 85 minus 29.87. There it is. 65.13. And with that 65.13, now we can go and conclude the measurement of the side C, which is what we want. I mean, we want to solve the information. And in this case, the missing information was those angles and this side. So in order to get the side C, we have to use the law of sine again, using the information problem give us. Probably you will think, yeah, now I already know B and the angle B and the side B. Can use those? You can, but you shouldn't. Okay, you can, but you shouldn't, because then the answer is gonna be like most unexact here. Because if you remember, that's like a roundabout. So that's why we're gonna use the information problem give us or gave us at the beginning, which are those angles and side respectively, the angle and the side. So we're gonna work with angle A and side A. So A over sine of A equals to, now we're gonna concentrate in C over sine of C. We're gonna concentrate that and we're gonna change that information. Now we're gonna have 14 divided by sine of A, which in this case is sine of 85, equals to, then we have C, the unknown side C, over sine of the angle C we calculate is 65.13. Of course, all we have to do now is solve for C very easy, very quickly. If you want to apply cross-product property, do it, no problem. You're gonna pass this sine of 65.13 to the other side, multiplying with the 14, and that's gonna be like easier and better to get that very quickly. Of course, you're gonna have a result. You can tell me what's the result you get. We're gonna do it the calculator, but I want to tell me I want your participations. So what's the result?
12.25.
12.25. Let's check it. I trust.
75.
Oh, 75. Let's see if it's 0.75, like you said. Yeah, it's gonna be 12. Yes, it's gonna be 12. 12.75. That's rounding 75%. 491. It's 12.75. So thank you. That's a good participation. 12.75 is the best rounding. In this case, we're working meters, I think, so it's gonna be a meter unit. 12.75 meters, and that way we conclude the exercise. So as you can see, all the information works as well, because First of all, here you have the measurements 14 related with that 85. It's okay because here is the greatest opening. So that's the greatest side. This is the smallest opening. That's why this is the smallest side. And as you can see, this is like in the middle between those. Okay. So it's very important that you keep in mind that relationship because this one's going to help you then to check your exercise. Okay. Any question about that one? Any question about that one? No questions? Okay, if there's no question, let's go to the next exercise. We're gonna try next one. Let's clean this, there he is. And well, next exercise going to be that one, which is exercise 3. We're gonna see that one's a little bit interesting because here we work with something that we have normally working. I mean, we solve 2 exercises related right now with the law of sine. Those, the last one. But we're gonna concentrate this one. So exercise 3 will be related with the other law. Okay? And you will see why. You will see the case that solve this X or that fit in this information is that. So what angle or what corner do you want for A? Top, the bottom, sorry, the top, the left, or the right? Which one?
The top.
The top, okay, that's gonna be A. This one, B or C?
B.
B, okay, but I want it like C, thank you. So it's gonna be B. So that's what we have, and this is the information we want. Look, what I'm trying to do with this, not just joking, is I want that you understand that no matter how you write these letters, okay? What matters is that you fit that information as well in the exercise. Okay? That's all that matters. So as we know, that's angle A, so that's gonna be side A. That's angle C, so that's gonna be side C. That's angle B, so that's gonna be the side B, okay? So fitting the information, A is 6 centimeters, B is 8 centimeters, and then C is 9
9
centimeters.
centimeters.
Excellent. So that's what we have. And with this information, I mean, once we translate that information to triangle, now we don't need that. So bye-bye. We're gonna concentrate on it, and that's the case. What case is that one? It's one of the most interesting cases where you don't know any angle, or all that you know are 3 sides, okay? So what law works for this one?
The law of cosine.
But I want to work with the law of sine. No, I'm not gonna kid again with that. This law of cosine, there's no other way to solve that one. Law of sine doesn't work in here. The reason is there's no angle to create a correspondence in here, okay? So you have to analyze this, not just look the chart, the index cards that you have with the information and say, yeah, side by side with says law of cosine, that's it. No, no, no. The reason is there's no angle. There's no angle to create that correspondence we need at the moment to apply the law of sine, if you remember. So in order to do that, law of cosine, let you identify right now any of these 3 angles. So with which one do you want to start? With the angle A, the angle B, or the angle C? I'm gonna respect your decision, I promise.
C.
Okay, we're gonna start with the angle C. And to get angle C, we require the formula that you, if you don't remember how it works, is it's in here, okay? This is the law of cosine for the missing angle, the missing angles, okay? In this case, we're gonna concentrate in how to get cosine of C, that expression. So moving to our, here it is. We have to apply this expression as well and replace everything in here. So let's replace. We're gonna have cosine of C equals to, okay, what's A? A is 6 to the second power. B is 8 to the second power minus C, which
9
is
to the second power.
9 to the second. Yes, thank you, honey. Can you tell me the expression below?
2 times 6 times 8.
Okay. As always, here, this expression, all that will give you or have to give you, must give you 0 point something. Can be positive, can be negative, no problem. So let's get cosine FC, which will be calculators. I'm gonna use mine, but I wanted that you do it your own. Recommendation is do the expression upstairs, just if your calculator is literal like that one, do it like one step. But do the expression upstairs, gonna do it like this. And then divided by the expression below. I'm gonna show you how to thoroughly clear or don't remember, because that's a case we already solved. So get that answer, which will give you a number, 19 in that case. And we have to divide this by, okay, open parentheses, because you're telling to your calculator. Get that product first and then do that division. Of course, here give me like a fraction, but I want it like decimal. 0.19, I think someone sent it in the chat. Yes, thank you. It's 0.1979, many more decimals. I have to work with all the decimals here. Reason is I want the exact answer. That happen every time you're gonna use the cosine inverse or the sine inverse, okay? If you wanna have it like a tip. So that's gonna be equals to an answer. Okay, we're gonna apply the answer trick. Then cosine inverse of that answer will give us what we need, the measurement of that angle C. So answer equal, there he is. As fraction, no matter, still be the same if you don't trust me. There he is. So cosine inverse, or sine inverse, or no, it's cosine inverse. Cosine inverse of that answer will give us exactly, tell me.
78.58.
Okay, 78.58. degrees, okay? So we already have one of these missing information, angle C, 78.58. Of course, we cannot conclude the angle A or the angle B by completing the 180 because we need at least two angles, or we need two angles in order to apply that trait or that property. What angle do you want to get now? Angle, I'm going to respect your decision, I promise. So angle A or angle B, which one?
A.
Okay, let's get angle A, and that way we're gonna conclude then the angle B by completing the 180 degrees, because it's almost time. So we're gonna go this one, we're gonna do this one very quickly. We said angle A, so we're gonna concentrate on this. Expression is almost the same. So here we go. Cosine of A equals to, okay, what's B? B is A squared plus 9 squared minus 6 squared. All that divided by 2 times 8 times 9. So then the cosine of A, it's equal to, calculators please. Gonna respect that many students don't have like the literal one, and that's why I'm gonna do that expression like step by step. So 8 to the second power plus 9 to the second power minus 6 to the second power, which gives me that number divided by, okay, open parenthesis, 2 times 8 times 9. It gives us 0.75 and many more decimals. We're gonna work again with all those decimals, applying answer trick. And in order to do that, you can apply you can use that answer trick every time. There's gonna be answer. So then A, it's equal to cosine inverse of that answer. What does it give you? It gives you
40.80.
cosine inverse of that answer. 40.80. 40.80, exactly like that. Thank you. 40.80 degrees. 40.80 degrees. Is missing the measurement of angle B. So in order to conclude the measurement of angle B, all we're going to do is complete those 180 degrees, applying the property you already know how to work. So measurement of angle B, and with this we conclude, it's going to be 180 minus 78.58 degrees minus 40.80 degrees, which gives you exactly
60.62.
60.62 degrees. Okay, 60.62 degrees. And I want to show you something, because I already did this exercise with other of your with other class. You will see that the relationship or the answers are very similar, very similar. Just that probably the angles are in other positions. With this I finish because it's almost time. Because you see here is the exercise. For example, angle B is 60.61. Is it angle B 60.62? That little difference, that tiny difference is because in the other exercise we start with angle B, with angle C and then with angle B, okay? That's why here we got like a little differences because we start with angle C, but then we go with angle A. That little difference is acceptable, okay? And remember that I'm accepting an error of 0.5. Okay, do you have any question related with this case? Any question? Okay, if there's no question, look what's coming next. We want to finish the practice with this exercise 4. So if you want, copy it and you can start to do it. And that way next class you're gonna participate more. Of course, fit all that in a triangle, do the triangle however you want, no problem. You saw, you can decide you can decide the letter or where is the letter and everything, no problem. And then conclude the missing information. Concluding that exercise 4, then we want to start these exercises, the story problems, okay? And I think then we're gonna conclude with one more topic, which will be related with that, okay? I think this one of the last topics, saying this because we are like in the week number 9. Okay, any question? Can we work the units in meters or centimeters? Doesn't matter the units? Yes, doesn't matter. And if you see in the exercise 4, I'm giving you meter units, okay? So you can work with those. Centimeters, meters, kilometers. I mean, look, for example, in those exercises, you're working feet. Look in this one, you're working yards. Look in that one, you're working meters. So no matter, I mean, you can work with any of those expressions, any of those units. Guys, it's time. I think we should go to our next class. So thank you for your time and those nice participation. Bye-bye. See you in the next one. Have a nice day.
Bye, mister.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.